Yeah, starting our business in the beginning was really, really challenging. I would usually sit down to work on it, and then for whatever reason, I think we've all been there, my brain would just completely freeze up. I wouldn't get anything done that day, and I would just walk away feeling completely defeated. And really, I think most entrepreneurs are like that. So eventually I decided to sit down and I'm like, okay, why is this happening? And really what I found is my brain was just getting overwhelmed with too much stuff. So if we take somebody starting a bakery, for example, they might sit down and frantically start thinking about, okay, what are all the pastries I want to sell? What are the sandwiches I want to sell as well? What kind of signage do I have? Do I need employees? Where am I going to have this space? So on and so forth. I mean, just listing that out, it's already really overwhelming. So your brain naturally feels that overload and it just shuts down completely. The worst part is that as an entrepreneur, you end with no productivity happening that day, and that's really, really dangerous. As an entrepreneur, you need your morale to be as high as possible to get you to that next step. So if you have no productivity, your morale is low, and you end up wanting to give up as a result. So then I started thinking, okay, maybe entrepreneurship is just like being a chef. You have to focus on one dish at a time. Because if you're focusing on 50 dishes at a time and trying to get the seasoning, the temperature, and everything right, it's gonna be too much. But if you focus on one dish and you do it right, then it gets the justice it deserves. But then the next question is, okay, if you have all these things to do when you're starting a business, where do you even start? So I usually found that the best place to start is on the product itself, because that's the basis of what your business actually is. So if you get the product right and you refine that to a really good place, then you can stack everything else on top of that, like the marketing, like the employees you're gonna hire, or the building that you're gonna lease to run your business in. So really the general consensus was for me to reduce the overwhelm as much as possible, focus on one thing or one dish at a time, and make sure that you stack the items you're working on in order of importance. So the product, then the marketing, then the employees, so on and so forth.